Hello, my name is Madalena Durar, and I'll be talking about the Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, was also known as Little Africa. Black Wall Street was one of the most successful and wealthiest African American communities in the United States during the early 1900s. The community was home to 10,000 African Americans. Many African Americans moved to Oklahoma in the year 1907. It was set aside to be a black and a native state. During the early 1900s, African Americans faced a lot of racism, discrimination, and segregation. The Black Wall Street was a movement to build a fair and successful community for black people. Everyone traded and depended on each other. A dollar would circulate 36 to 100 times before leaving the community. The community had 600 businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 2 private planes, 1 hospital, 1 bank, and its own school system. This was all led by black people, which is amazing because it was the start of success, education, and hope for the African Americans. White people didn't like the fact that the black community was prospering, especially because after One World Now, majority of the white people came back poor. Seeing black men come home to a succeeding community really triggered more hate and jealousy towards African Americans. Being already triggered by the fact that Black Wall Street was succeeding, on May 31st, 1921, a white woman accused a black man of sexually harassing her. Later on that day, the newspaper published that the man who supposedly harassed the white woman was planned for a hanging. When both groups saw the newspaper, they both rushed to the Tulsa courthouse. When both groups arrived, there was a lot of tensions already. But this was one of the reasons why a riot broke out. A white man from the crowd approached a black man and asked him why he was holding the gun. And the black man replied, "Because I'm going to use it if I need to." This caused a lot of tension and it broke out a fight. Within hours, a mob of white men invaded Greenwood, ruining homes, killing black people on the spot, and leaving them defenseless. White people used an airplane to bomb the entire Black Wall community, which a lot of people are not aware of because this bombing was the first bombing against citizens in America used by Americans, and it happened over an accusation which could be true and could not be true. This was a race conflict triggered by economy. Since the black people were living better than the white, it caused the terrible outcome of 3,000 African American killed, 1,500 homeless, and their homes being burnt down, families torn apart. This movement shows that when a group of motivated black people work together, they can establish an amazing community, especially with that time where, like I mentioned, there was a lot of racism and discrimination. It's really hard to start from the bottom and build something when everything else and everyone else is against you. And it also shows that another group, white people in this case, when they're triggered by hate and jealousy, that they can destroy a succeeding community. This riot, who was also supported by the KKK and the Black Wall Street movement, this movement could have been the beginning of a better and brighter future for African Americans. This could have set a good example, but yet majority of African Americans are not educated about this. They don't know that the Black Wall Street existed. For me personally, I had to do my own research to find it. I I enjoyed doing this documentary. Thank you for listening.